What's up, everybody? Welcome to my media. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. We are here to do some NFL picks because God Almighty, did we do great last week?
We didn't do too bad. You were 5-5. You kept it even, and I was 7-3.
Yeah,
but it was good. It was a good week.
All right.
couple-
So listen, I got some brain teasers this week.
Okay.
I'm going to explain them in full detail.
Okay. Before we do that, any teams that like really disappoint? Do your team to a team. Well, do your team of the week. Do your team of the week.
Team of the week, NFL?
Yeah.
My team of the week, and God Almighty, why am I even saying this? It's gonna struggle. The Philadelphia Eagles are my team of the week by putting an absolute, pardon my French, ass whooping
on Atlanta.
On the Atlanta. They don't even deserve the Atlanta Pigeons. They're not even called the Falcons anymore. The Falcons is a mighty bird.
It was bad.
Mighty bird is
Got out shouting Milton Williams though. First career touchdown. I mean, first career tackle.
Touchdown, Deirdre. Way to go.
Touchdown, yeah, tackle. But hey,
Deirdre did text me that while I was at work, and I nearly passed out in the truck. So
look good. They look good.
Great work, dude. Congratulations. And
team of the week.
Yeah, team of the week and our player of the week is Milton Williams. So we're gonna go with that.
My team of the week. My team of the week is actually the Saints. They had a lot of turnover this year, and I know a lot of people are gonna be surprised that we didn't say Arizona, but I think the Saints had more turnover than other teams did. Jameis starting, and people really upped what Jameis did. I think that was just a good plays by everyone. So I'm giving the Saints my team of the week. All right, who's your disappointment of the week?
My disappointment of the week.
And don't make it personal. Like about, I know the Giants are disappointing, but don't make it like a personal thing.
My disappointment of the week is the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
Like, are we absolutely serious? 3 points?
Right.
3 points, the most overpaid, overrated quarterback in NFL history.
I knew that was coming.
The five greatest wide receivers in NFL history. Greatest running back this millennium.
All right, well now you're just being
3 points. Come on, guys, come on. I mean, this is why nobody cares about the Packers. Not even in Green Bay right now. They're like, oh, Packers lost. Usual. Let's go. Have a bratwurst and a beer.
I don't think that's true, but I can see why they're a disappointed team of the week. Because you said they were your disappointed team, I'm going with a different team. I am going with the Tennessee Titans as my disappointment of the week. You give up 5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. Taylor Lewan, I love him. I think that he's a great player. I think and we might have seen the better days of him. Derrick Henry barely getting started, them just getting killed defensively. Their secondary is brutal. I think we might have overhyped them. That AFC South is bad, man. I think that AFC South has the opportunity to be the NFC East, what the NFC East has been, and the NFC East has a chance to be actually pretty good.
Yeah, I think I'm agreeing with you there.
All right, what's your first pick of the week, James? Let's get to the
my first pick of the week, because I love pain, suffering, and misery. I'm going to take the New York Giants plus 3 points, because I don't know why.
Because you trust them.
Because if they don't, I'm going to cry. Because if they don't, the season's over. So I'm going to take the Giants plus the 3 here because, Jason Garrett's got to go. Let's just start off with that. But I'm going to take it because I think you got a prayer's chance in hell that the Giants actually figure this thing out and realize that running Saquon Barkley up the middle every time is not the way. Bounce the kid right. Give him some space. So I think that maybe if they watched any of the footage from the game, that they realize if we get these receivers a little bit of open space, if Danny Jones can hold on to the ball for longer than 4.5 seconds, then maybe we can actually go in there and beat these bums in Washington.
I feel bad for Washington. Obviously, that was a big loss with Ryan Fitzpatrick, because whether you want to say it or not, he's a solid quarterback, and he can get – and with that defense, they could have done some good things, because that defense is good.
Who's starting in Washington this week?
Heineke? I can't say his name. Taylor Heineke.
Let me rephrase that. If the Giants don't win, I'm never watching another Giants game ever.
Well, that's also false. I got the Giants, Washington under 41.
That's good pick. I
Both
like.
Washington has a good defense. Obviously, starting a new quarterback.
No shout out to the Giants defense. All right. Fair enough.
Giants have a good defense. Giants also have a terrible offensive line. Washington's offensive line isn't that great. I think the Giants have a good defense, though. They didn't show it, though, against Teddy Bridgewater. But this is a new quarterback. So I like the under 41 in this game.
All right. I think that's actually very great. I think 41 is way too high.
41 is pretty high, yeah. Neither of these teams hit 41 either in their last game. All right, James, what's
my next game? I'm going with the first game on Sunday. I got the Saints -3.5 against the Carolina Panthers. I think this is honestly a slam dunk. I think Jameis is going to continue to roll. And I think that, I know Joe Montana had a great game last week against the Jets, but there's no way Joe Montana has a great game this week against the Saints. So,
by the way, his game wasn't that great against the Jets. It was a good game.
Listen, he threw for more than 48 yards, so he did better that game.
Well, he also had a decent offensive line and a running back that you could rely on. I mean, and I've always said it wasn't Darnold's fault. I just thought he had a head coach too. Though I didn't think the Jets looked that terrible. I mean, they looked bad, but I mean, I'm going to the game this week, so we'll see the Patriots game.
Boy, are you going to be excited for my next pick?
Whatever. I'm not. I refuse to do it anymore. Though they did cover. They covered.
They did cover.
All right. I got Texans, Browns over 48. Texans scored a lot. I understand Jacksonville had a bad defense. Texans don't have a good defense either. Browns will score a lot. I think that 48 is really low for those two teams. I guess they think that the Texans is eventually luck is eventually gonna run out. But this is kind of Tyrod Taylor's revenge game. And I like Tyrod Taylor a lot. I think that he's another guy that gets a bad rep. But he's a solid quarterback. I like the over 48. I have a lot of overs and unders on mine this week.
Good. I always like to do that because then you don't have to root for any team.
No.
Just root for points or no points.
Yeah.
My next pick, I got the Browns -12.5 against the Texans. I really like the way the Browns played against the Chiefs. There was a big
really good.
However, this could be a trap game because they busted their ass in that last game. So, but I think the Texans are just bad. I mean, I know they're 1-0, but you look at it, you look at the record, but the Browns, I think the Browns have annihilation on this game. I think 12.5 might be a little too high, so I could tease this, but I'll take the Browns at 12.5 to solve that.
I think the Browns and the Cowboys came out of that loss with a win. Both of them came on with a win.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think that's something to be said about that.
There's something to be looked into too, because I think I have later on, it'll make sense, but I'm taking those teams that played great teams well.
Yeah. And I think we have the same thing. All right, my third pick is I like the Rams -4 over the Colts. I think that
really solid pick.
I don't trust Carson Wentz.
No.
And offensive line is missing. Their offensive line is missing, I believe, still Quentin Nelson, who is the best offensive line.
Rams are 1-0.
Rams looked good too. Rams looked really good. Defense looked good. I get it. The Bears don't have a good offensive line, and Colts do have a good offensive line, but they are missing people. And I think the Rams are just better than the Seahawks. And the Seahawks, who that's what I'm going with.
All right. My next pick, I am taking the over. I think it's 48.5. Let me just double check. Over 45. Sorry, over 45 in the Cincinnati Bengals and the Chicago Bears game.
Okay.
Let me just double check something quick because there was no, I just think that you have a situation here where both defenses are not that good.
I think that's.
Don't even say it. Don't even say it. It was 12 years ago.
I mean, yeah. Okay.
I think Turbo will put up points.
Yeah.
And hopefully by the end of the first 5 minutes of the game, Andy Dalton gets pulled because I want to see a little Justin Fields action.
Yeah. Can I just go on a soapbox for that for a second, real quick? Real quick. It'll be quick.
Mhm.
Bears fans really want to see Justin Fields, but I think they need to remember like the best quarterbacks in the league right now all
Oh,
sat
50.
out, all
Oh,
sat out their first year
Mm-hmm.
and learned under guys like Andy Dalton.
That's true.
So you're not going to win the Super Bowl this year, but you have the chance to develop Justin Fields into a guy like Aaron Rodgers, like, these other players who have had that year to, Baker Mayfield winning half the year. He's looking good. Lamar Jackson winning half his year. Obviously didn't look that good last night, but won an MVP. So the best guys have at least sat out for a half a year. So
Yes.
that's my thoughts.
I also like not a pick, but I like the Bengals to win this game.
Okay, not a pick. Gotcha. But you like the over on that?
I do. 45, yeah. I think Bengals win like 28-24.
Gotcha. All right, I'm back on the Rams-Colts game. I like the under 47.5. I think if the Colts struggled against Seahawks defense, they're going to have that same struggle against the Rams defense. And like I said, their line is a little banged up right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you're yeah.
I like it. That's a solid pick. That's smart.
Yeah.
Smart way to go there. Smart money. Smart money wins money.
Hopefully.
Now here comes the dumbest money I'll ever spend in my life. I'm gonna take the Raiders plus 5.5 against the Steelers, and I'm just basically banking on my original idea for the season that the Steelers are just a bad team.
Mm-hmm.
The Raiders are also a bad team, and they'll probably be winning by 5 with 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter and lose by 7. Somehow, John Gruden will make that happen. We almost witnessed it last night. But
Gotcha.
I'm going to take the Raiders here just because I think they have more talent than Pittsburgh. And in my experience, talent wins games. And the only problem is head coaching here might bite me in the ass because Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, Mike Tomlin's a much better coach.
Mike Tomlin, great coach, and John Gruden. I'll just leave that as it is.
Yeah. Oh, I think Quentin Nelson's back, by the way. I was wrong.
Okay.
I was wrong. But still, they obviously struggled. All right, I got for my fifth pick. I'm actually gonna switch because my sixth pick is Raiders plus 5.5 as well. I think Raiders typically do good against points, also, and I don't think this is going to be like a touchdown game. Raiders really showed up against the Ravens. Their defense really killed them their front line really killed them, and they don't. Pittsburgh does not have a good offensive line, so
I agree.
And Big Ben did get ragdolled a little bit in the Bills game.
Yeah.
So I got Raiders plus 5.5. All right, what's your sixth pick?
The next pick, I got the Bills minus 3.5 against the Dolphins. I think after last week.
Is it 3.5 now?
3.5. Yep.
Okay, it was 3 when I looked at it. All right, but 3.5 you're going? Okay.
I think you got to jump in on that line right now.
Yep.
I like the Bills 3.5. I think this is we're coming to beat the crap out of whoever we play type of game. After that cough up in Pittsburgh, blowing the lead too. Game 1 of the season.
They didn't. Oh, they were up by 10, right?
12.
12. Okay.
I think it was 12. Yeah, 22-10. I think they were up.
Okay. Yeah, no, it was 10. It was 10.
Oh, it was 10? Okay.
But
anyway.
yeah, no, you're right.
Better. So I think this is a statement game. Bills are going to come out and smack one of the division.
Oh, and the Miami Dolphins might have won, but they did not look like winners coming out.
No. I think
they
the
didn't
Bills
look good.
Regain their motivation here, beat the crap out of the Dolphins, and move on into week 3.
I have the same thing. I think Bills need this win. Because they were so high coming into this year. People said they might be. They're the team that has the best luck, best chance of dethroning the Chiefs. Yep. And it didn't look good for it. It just didn't look good for them. And Miami did not look good. Tua does not look good. I hear that they are still looking at Deshaun Watson. I wouldn't touch Deshaun Watson with a 10-foot pole right now, but yeah, that's not a good idea. I think that they smack Miami a little bit. So
yeah.
All right. Next up, who is your 7th pick?
My 7th pick, I'm going to take the Philadelphia Eagles plus 3.5. I think they look good.
Yeah.
I think they look good against the Falcons. Now, granted, the Falcons are not the 49ers. The 49ers have a couple big injuries that just happened in week 1. I think they lost Mostert for the next 8 weeks.
For the season. He's done for the season.
The 49ers do have, I think, 71 or 72 different running backs that they could use.
Elijah Mitchell from Louisiana, Raging Cajun, looked good. I tried to get him on the show so many times before his, But
so, I think the Philadelphia Eagles are not to be toyed with. You got a West Coast coming east, playing in the daytime. I think Philadelphia actually wins this game convincingly.
Wow. Okay, you're really.
Plus, no more nonsense. No more benching your starting quarterback in the fourth quarter. So
Jalen Hurts looked good. Devontae Smith looked good. They had a bunch of guys. Miles Sanders looked good. Like, they all look good. They're ready.
They're going to go 2-0 and big upset. Well, not big, not massive upset, but upset at least. You got Eagles over the 49ers. 49ers are 3.5-point favorites on the road, so this is a big upset.
Right.
So I'm taking Eagles money line.
Gotcha. Money line. You like it, but that's not his pick. His pick is plus 3.5. So that we're clear. My 7th pick is I like Arizona, Minnesota over 51. Minnesota's offensive line is the only thing that makes me a little nervous, but both these teams can score, especially if Arizona gets up early. Kirk Cousins is going to be throwing the ball a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see, but he's going to be throwing the ball a lot. Arizona, obviously, they torched earth on Tennessee's defense. I think Tennessee's defense is a little bit better than Minnesota's defense. I think the over 51's a guarantee here.
I like it.
Your 8th pick.
My 8th pick, I am going to take the Jacksonville Jaguars plus the 6 points against Denver here. I think Trevor Lawrence gets his first NFL win against the Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos are going south to Florida. So I like the Jaguars here. I think they're going to figure something out, not convincingly. I think they're going to scrape it together and win one at the end. We've seen Trevor Lawrence in these big game situations in college. We'll see how it translates to the NFL. I'm going to ride with the Jaguars here, plus the 6. And the Denver Broncos did not do anything to convince me. I know they beat the Giants, but they didn't do anything, really. The Giants handed them a win on a silver platter. If they didn't win the game, I'd be like, what the hell are you guys doing? Fumbled the ball on the 5-yard line and you lose. So it was more the Giants lost the game rather than the Broncos winning the game. Right. So I think Jacksonville will hold it tight.
And Trevor Lawrence looked better going into the fourth quarter than he did. And also, he had 3 interceptions. That's the only thing you got to worry about. But again, I'm glad he had 3 interceptions because that means that he kept throwing. You know what I mean? That's
exactly. Have no fear, my friend.
Yep. All right, my 8th pick is I like Cowboys plus 3 over the Chargers. I think the Chargers are very overrated. I like Justin Herbert. I think they have a decent, everything. But we went into this year like Justin Herbert's an MVP candidate, and I don't know if he quite is that yet. I think he's very good. I think I was wrong about him.
Not yet.
And I think Cowboys defense really impressed me. They have a lot of young guys. Cowboys, obviously, their offense was good. I think Cowboys stick with the passing. I know, don't get into it right now, but Cowboys plus 3.
Yep. My 9th pick, I'm taking the Cowboys plus 3 over the Chargers.
Yeah.
Last year I was pretty much on the Chargers horse. I still am. Mm-hmm. There's games that they're going to lose, and there's games they're going to win. Right. Last week I had them picked to win. This week I have the Cowboys plus the 3. This is what we were talking about before. What was the game that we were talking about?
Cowboys, Buccaneers, how they came out with the win even though they lost.
Right. What was the other team? Oh, the Browns. The Browns was the other team. Just like them,
Yeah.
you play these tough teams tight, and it translates to wins against other teams. The Chargers are not the Buccaneers. So the Chargers are a good team, and they will be a very good team in the future. But right now, the Cowboys are in a better position to win than the Chargers. However, I'm scared by taking the Cowboys +3 because I know how they play.
Yeah. But another thing is like Micah Parsons. He was really the guy that was like the people were looking at on that defense, right? People were looking at him, and his first assignment is to go up against the best offensive line in the league. So,
right, exactly.
Chargers have a decent. They've gotten better, but it's not Tampa's offensive line.
That's gonna be a fun game. I actually think it's gonna be one of the better games to watch this week.
I agree, and it's. I don't know if we have it though. That's a little nerve-wracking. I don't know if it'll be the next game. Like if you have, do you watch it on Red Zone?
No, I have the NFL package.
Oh, you have the NFL. Oh, gotcha.
All right.
I see that. All right. My ninth pick is I actually.
If you're interested, I can swing you my password.
I might be. My ninth pick is Lions Green Bay. I like the over on that pick, over 48 on that. Lions. I think will rely on DeAndre Swift a lot. Jared Goff is another guy who just gets a bad rep. He looked, I know it was garbage time, but started to look better against a very good 49ers team. I mean, only losing by a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. He had 3 touchdowns, 338 yards. TJ Hawkinson's a beast too. That Green Bay defense is going to have a tough time with them, and Green Bay needs to have 1,000,000 points in this game.
Yeah.
Like, you think he's going to go? You think he's going to go 2 games without scoring?
No, definitely not.
So I like the over.
He does, he's going to quit.
Right. Hopefully.
My 10th and final pick.
I
saved the best for last. I have the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens over 55 points.
That's what made me nervous, how big it was, but I was thinking about that one too.
I think this game ends 112 to 36.
All right.
Double my over.
Gotcha.
Actually, it's more like triple, but no, I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I think the Ravens got the offense going a little bit.
Yeah.
I think the Chiefs, and we know how this goes in the beginning of the year, so I think the Chiefs are going to click offensively, and the Ravens are going to, and it's going to end up being where the defense doesn't even want to be involved. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where it's just a shootout back and forth, and go at it.
Right. My last pick, and this might be a little controversial pick, I got Jacksonville over 45.5. Jacksonville's defense isn't
like that.
Jacksonville's defense isn't great. Teddy Bridgewater looked, you could say that the Giants gave it to them, and I'm not disagreeing with you, but Teddy Bridgewater looked good. He looked good. They got a nice receiving core.
Good again. Jacksonville's probably going to run the same zone reads that the Giants were running.
Yeah, and then Trevor Lawrence, I think he needs to have a good game. So I think he's, first NFL game. Yeah, he was kind of essentially given a layup, a lot of people thought, but I think that he comes back and he has a strong game. So we'll see what happens, but I got the over. And that is it for our pick'em. We finished. We're good. Check us out, Spotify. This will be on YouTube. We got Apple Podcasts. We have our where we let our picks out, which is our Instagram. So check us out. All right, and that is it. And James is frozen. That's the beauty of Zoom. He's frozen. And now he's blacked out. It's okay. I will finish for him. Stay safe. Stay well. Stay hydrated. Check out our picks on our Instagram. And make sure you listen on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, whatever you listen to. Thanks, and have a good day.